Welcome back. I'm Jill with the carefreekitchen.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really easy monkey bread recipe. And this monkey bread recipe is our favorite to make during the holidays or whenever we have family in town. It feeds a crew and everyone loves it. If you're wondering what monkey bread is, it's this amazing soft and fluffy biscuit dough, and it's covered in ooey-gooey caramel sauce that you can pick off in bite-sized pieces. It's absolutely incredible and so fun to eat. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is give you a rundown of all the ingredients that you're going to need. It only takes a few ingredients, but you want to be sure that you have the right ones. All right, this is what we need to make our monkey bread recipe. I'm just using the Pillsbury Grand rolls. You want the bigger rolls for this recipe, and you can also use Rhodes rolls if you'd like, or you can make your own just simple white bread recipe. And then we're actually going to cut these up and we'll put it in some sugar. This is just about a half a cup of sugar, and then I will add about a tablespoon of cinnamon. And then for our caramel sauce, we're actually going to use some brown sugar, some butter, some cream, and then I have just a little bit of salt and then also some vanilla extract. Okay, so I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 350 degrees. And then I'm going to butter my dish, and I'm just using a bundt pan. You don't want to use one that has a removable middle, like an angel food cake pan. You want to be sure it's a bundt pan and it's solid in the entire bottom of the pan. And then I'm just going to spray it with non-stick cooking spray to make sure none of the caramelly mixture sticks to the biscuits. Alright, and then we can just set that aside because that is ready. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my sauce, and I like to use a non-stick pan for this if you have that available. And the first thing we're going to add is 6 tablespoons of butter. This can be salted or unsalted butter. This recipe is actually pretty forgiving, but we want to make this first so that it has time to just cool a little bit before we assemble everything. So there's about 6 tablespoons. And then into the same pot, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just using light brown sugar, but if dark is all you have on hand, then that will work too. All right, we're just gonna slowly melt this butter here. And then also add in a few tablespoons of cream. And we just want to bring this up to a boil and boil it for about 1 minute. And then also in this, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. I think it's about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, this has come up to a rapid boil, and we'll just let this boil for about 60 seconds. And then I will add the vanilla and take it off the heat. Okay, we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Stir that in real quick, and we'll take it off the heat. Okay, and while that caramel has a chance to cool, I'm just going to unwrap my biscuits here. And now I'm just going to cut them into 4ths. All of my biscuits. And then into my bowl here, I just have some granulated sugar, and I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And just mix that in a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna take one of our little biscuits here and just roll it in the cinnamon sugar mixture. And this will keep all of the little pieces of the monkey bread separate, which makes it so fun to eat. All right, and this is a really fun way to get your little ones involved. If you have little ones at your house, this is a fun recipe for them to make too. Please get scared when I pop this. There we go. And you'll just do this for both cans of your biscuit dough. Just go ahead and cut them into quarters, roll them in cinnamon sugar, and set them aside for a minute. Okay, so here are all of our biscuits, which have been quartered and then put into the cinnamon sugar. And I'm just going to put about half of them, enough to cover the bottom here, into our pan. And then I'm going to pour about half of my caramel syrup over my monkey bread, just enough to lightly coat it. And then we'll put the rest of these in. You don't want to pack these down, just kind of loosely on top. And then we'll pour the rest of the caramel syrup on top. Now we're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. All right, here is my easy monkey bread. You can see how it's lightly crusty and golden on the edges, and it has all kinds of amazing caramel sauce in between the layers. So we're going to let this cool for about 10 minutes, and then I like to just put a plate underneath it and then flip it over. Okay, and then I'll just get a little knife under here and then pull this off. All right guys, here's my easy monkey bread recipe, and it can most easily be described as a giant pull-apart cinnamon roll. It's ooey-gooey, soft and chewy, and incredibly addicting. If you're in the mood for something that's sweet and simple the whole family will love, you're gonna wanna put this one at the top of your list. All right guys, if you love this video on how to make monkey bread or any of my other videos, be sure to take a picture and send it to me on social media. I love seeing your creations and love seeing what you're up to. So be sure to tag me on any posts on social media. Thank you so much for watching, and before you go, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.